up talking to men and certain things. I'm trying to tell you that it may not have been you to be the person to give him the message.
No, and First Lady, like, I understand what you're saying. So my stance on that is, like, nobody forces us to download Clubhouse. Nobody forces us to come in a particular room. Nobody forces us to come on stage. Anything I say on Clubhouse can and will be used against me. If someone wants to comment on if I put my business out there and someone wants to comment on my business, that is their right. This is nobody forced me to get on stage and say the shit I say. So, like, if you get on stage and say, well, oh, this is wrong, it's unfair that, I'm a veteran, I'm a former law enforcement officer, and my insurance rates are flying up, this is unfair, and somebody has a different idea on stage, I can't make that man sell his house. I'm not his God. I'm a person with an opinion expressing that opinion. He expressed his opinion, and I gave my opinion about his opinion.
You sound like you're crying right now. I'm serious.
ML, man. ML, yes, I am.
I'm serious.
I am crying.
Why not just come from an I perspective? Because then that helps the conversation, right? Because you can simply say, hey, listen, I would, if I was in a situation like this, and I got my insurance over here going up, I got this going up, I don't have the money, I could, possibly not be able to feed my family, I might be looking into possibly selling my home or something.
Okay, frankly, the reason why is because every time I utter a perspective, you utter a perspective. You just uttered a perspective about my perspective, but your perspective is from your point of view. By default, it is an I perspective. By default, this is logic. I cannot make him do anything. If I was
right, but when you tell him to sell his home, that's when you.
I didn't say to him, "Yo, sell your house." This is.
You did, Anthony.
No, I didn't.
And I said, just sell your house.
No, I said if these are the circumstances, I would sell my house. This is literally the words that came out of my mouth.
When you first spewed it out, I promise you. Okay. Because I thought you was joking.
You said that he should move, Anthony. That's what you said.
I was getting ready to put a laughing emoji
before we even started talking about that, Arthur, we've been talking, and honestly, Arthur, right? If I'm priced out of a certain environment, yes, I think that you should move. I should move. I think if this is my son. I'll tell him to call him back. Yeah. So, if I'm priced out of a certain environment, I'm gonna move. I deal with reality. What's the odd thing to say to somebody to say if I'm priced out of an environment, I would move. I think it'd be a good idea to move. What's wrong about that?
Anthony, do you ever try to put yourself in other people's shoes and really understand the nuance of their situation? Because not everyone is capable of just picking up and moving. They have family ties to the area. They have a job to the area. You have to take into consideration all those circumstances. So the whole pick up and move, because we've been saying that for forever about the people in the middle of the country. Why don't they just fucking pick up and move? Until you really understand why they don't move. So you can't say that because you can, that everybody should. He might have a network there because he's blind that assists him. If he goes to another place, he'll be on his own. Blah, blah. There's so many reasons why people don't move, Anthony. But you want to draw it down to this one simple fact.
He's a way of taking Tunis serious.
Sell your house and move. So these houses paid off, Anthony.
ML, so to respond directly to what you're saying, right? He doesn't have to move out the area. He can find a roommate situation in the same area that would allow him to keep his opinion, expressing that opinion. But what I'm saying is, if we continue to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result, that's a form of madness.
Welcome to Clubhouse, where people repeat themselves for years and years and years, saying the same shit for years and years and years.
Yeah, so Anthony, I would imagine that he has a certain pattern he's able to follow as a blind person, and like
That
movement
part.
make him have to relearn everything. So yeah, it's more. It's
And he's
way
not
more
here. I mean,
difficult
you're
for
also
him to
talking
move.
about this.
Way more difficult, Anthony, for him to move than a typical
We don't have to
person.
talk about him per
It's like
se.
10x
Talk about
more.
him
It's like
specifically.
10x more difficult.
Talk about him specifically. We could just
So
talk.
Anthony, the Maslow hierarchy of needs. Where would you put having shelter in that regard? Just food, shelter. Where would you put shelter?
Right where you just food and then shelter. Yeah, right there. It's the top of the tops, man.
Okay,
I
so
talk about
you guys are.
Maslow's all the time, bro.
You talk about SNAP benefits. Okay, that's gone.
Which
No,
is
barely
talk
pay
about
for
all
that.
religious
all the time.
practices
No,
are
no,
meant
no.
to
I'm talking
solely
about
down.
SNAP benefits. That's gone. The $188 the average that person people get, and now he has a house that's paid off. So he really doesn't have a note per se. You just have to carry.
With an opinion, expressing their opinion.
They talk about
He expressed his opinion, and I gave my opinion about his opinion. Sound like you crying right now.
Home insurance in Florida. I know anecdotally because my ex-wife had moved to Florida for 10 years, and then she finally says, "Fuck it, I'm out. This state sucks." And plus,
She
her
moved.
insurance is gone. She moved. Yes, but
She moved.
But listen, Anthony, do you know what my ex-wife does? Who she is? She can afford to fucking move. Not everybody can. That's what I'm trying to tell you. She's like, fuck it, I'm
There's a
gone.
middle ground. I'm sorry, there's a middle ground here. No, why doesn't he get a home equity loan?
Okay, is it the CEO, right? Let's say, for example, right, our solution was for him to get a home equity loan, and
This is a total waste of time.
let's say the rates keep spiraling up. We've put the noose tighter around his neck potentially. All right, CEO, the thing that's not going to increase is his income. All right, whether or not he's disabled or he's on a fixed income because of retirement, that variable is not going to change. It's not that he's going to get an extra job and work his way out of the situation. There's people that do reverse mortgages on their houses. There's some people that
You're in the matrix.
You're in the matrix, CEO.
He has
You're in the matrix.
at 150,000 home equity line. I mean, that seems reasonable.
You're in the matrix. You need to improve that Delaware Wi-Fi. I don't know.
Still? Am I still?
No, you're out the matrix now, brother.
Okay.
He is the father of.
We are also suffering from this hurricane. But in Guatemala, since we're surrounded by so many mountains, so many volcanoes, inflicted to the self by the self, then every world must be closed. Words like crime must be removed. The innocent and the criminal don't make sense anymore, right? Oppressor and oppressor are not words to be used anymore. Like if such a thing was true, then you're completely like negating the opposite of
So with all due respect, the problem is you don't know the history of this region in those years.
No, I know. That's why I'm saying to you the principle.
What's into the history, Samson?
It's going to take me a few hours. I am too smart. I have a master's degree and I've done 10 years of university. This is to read the history of a nation. To read the history of a nation is like drinking water for me. It's not a big deal. I'm addressing a principle which you have no refutation for because of the flawed statement you made, and you're failing to address or to refute me on it.
Elaborate. Which flawed statement?
They are responsible for their own suffering. How many
So
times?
if you read the history, you realize they were the ones who started this shit, and they're still going at it.
Where you go to Europe? Europe came to us.
See?
How? What are you talking about, Samson? Why? How?
Hey, Europe came to you.
Did we go to Europe, Simpson?
Okay.
Are you denying colonization then?
Edward, provide me your entire entire ancestral history, right? I want to make sure that you've been there for 3,000 years.
Well, this coordinator wants to know the entire history.
You can.
Coordinator, the biggest coordinator.
You are in the U.S.
Okay, wait.
Edward, you are in the U.S. You lose your right to go to Palestine. You've lost your right. That's essentially.
Under your law, but we don't follow your law.
No. I apply your logic, right?
No, you're not.
Saying, once you're Jewish, you go away from the
No, how you guys
You don't have a right to go back.
Where's your
You claim
limit?
to be Palestinian, you will never see Palestine, Edward. Sorry.
Wait, sorry. Well, okay, can I say that I'm...
There ain't even no sense to that, bro. That don't even make no damn sense, bro.
No, technically.
Exactly. Like,
When I take my edible, I have the best sleep, man. Thank you.
same.
Okay, this is John Kitover, Petitions and Illinois Election Commission, Illinois 16. I am about to proofread all the petitions, 117 sheets. It should be 1170. Such a troll. Because I messed up the multiplication in my head yesterday, and I'm always making fun of people because they can't add a couple zeros behind a number. And say that number. Yesterday it was so much work signing these sheets, and I only got like part of them done. So anyways, but we're fully notarized. I just have to proofread, make corrections to the tops and bottoms. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this room run. I'm gonna probably play like Dao De Jing or something, or Dhammapada. Cowboy Man. We are live on multiple places. I've asked my friend twice now for some help. He said no. He did help me with some furniture once though, so he still got that going for him. Most of us assume it's a matter of common sense. The same consciousness prevails at rest. The ocean it can be made only when one recognizes. I went looking for him. There is no today, yesterday, or tomorrow and now. Most of us assume it's a matter of common experience. Recorded by candidate Congressman. What is this is your ASMR NLP or hypnosis experience rented by candidate Taoist Tao Chi ASMR of the people. The poor leader rules through. The name of this Tao Te Ching verse is called Tranquil Hypnosis by candidate Congressman, read by candidate Congressman John Kitover of Tao Ching Hypnosis to nourishing life, NLP, ASMR, and Tao. Everything else is moved. This is your ground. The ground of being, your very self, is that. I start out on this road, call it love or emptiness. I only know what's not here.
resentment seeds, back-scratching greed, worrying about outcome, fear of people. When a bird gets free, when a bird gets free, it does not go back for remnants left on the bottom of the cage. Close by, I'm rain. Far off, cloud of fire. I seem restless, but I am deeply at ease. Branches tremble. The roots are still. I am a universe in a handful of dirt, whole when totally demolished. Talk about choices does not apply to me. While intelligence considers options, I am somewhere lost in the wind. To know the self as the only reality, and all else as temporal and transient, is freedom, peace, and joy. It is all very simple. Instead of seeing things as imagined, learn to see them as they are. When you can see everything as it is, you will also see yourself as you are. It is like cleansing a mirror, the same mirror that shows you the world as it is will also show you your own face. The thought I am is the polishing cloth. Use it. When you shift your identity from your self-image to your true self, you will find happiness that no one can take away from you. Remember, freedom is not attained, especially by some imagined I trying to get it. It is the recognition that what you are, as the undeniable sense of presence, has never been bound. Stick with the basics. Awareness is naturally detached because it is the unchanging background of all appearances. Yet it is certainly not aloof. It is the source and substance of everyone and everything in the manifestation. Allow yourself to be undone. Then you discover for yourself. Then you will discover everything else has moved. Everything happens is only the I does not at all exist real. Then reality alone will be that gives seeming you receive the timeless entities that we so did. It can be made of not time to read. And taking control over that land away from the indigenous population, people of them.
Holy shit.
It is John for Congress.com.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
Anyone see any problem? Hey, buddy.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. We're on a road trip.
Wow. Trains, planes, and automobiles. Changes in the air.
Yep. Changes in the air.
Oh,
My
man.
dad's. I'm taking a break. I just finished at Purdue. My mom's driving my Jeep, and my dad's driving the U-Haul while I eat Panera bread.
Oh, Panera? Oh, I hate Panera.
Why?
It's expensive, and the quality is just like terrible. Oh, work
It
is
was
paying for it?
fast. It was better, fast, and better than McDonald's. Healthier than McDonald's.
Oh.
You'd rather have McDonald's?
Well, every 100 miles, make sure you go out and do at least 10 push-ups. Huh?
Every 100 miles, 10 push-ups?
Yep. 10 push-ups, 10 squats. Huh? Got a maha. Got a maga. So the apartment's all emptied out, huh? Bon voyage. Farewell, Chicago. See you later, suckers.
That's right.
Moving on to bigger, better things. You're gonna take over Nashville within like a year. I can already see it. I bet you're gonna have a cowboy hat on. You're gonna change your name and you're gonna start playing music.
What am I going to change my name to?
I don't know. We'll have to come up with something. Maybe like. I don't know.
Dirk Williams. Hey, John.
Hey, Dr. Gruber, how are you?
I'm good, John. I have to thank you, John. I have to thank you in a big way. Do you know why?
Because you didn't know your YouTube account blew up?
I didn't know I hit 100,000. I had no idea. So now I have that beautiful plaque in my office.
Wow.
So thank you.
Well, you did it. You know, you're the genius behind the movement.
Thank you. Wait, I'm driving a U-Haul, and I'm trying not to die. So give me a second here. I'm going to Indianapolis right now. It says make you go right at the light, so that's where I'm going.
Wow.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm okay now. But I wasn't born to be a truck driver, John. I wasn't born for that.
Well, your biggest challenge is yet to come. Raising Max for a second time.
That's right. That's right. Well, we're thrilled. We're thrilled. He's the best, and we're thrilled that we're going to be all together once again.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, Chicago can wait. Who cares about Chicago? It'll always be here, and it's nothing but a windy city. So,
That's all. We can always go back. We can always go back.
You can. Geographic proximity doesn't mean anything, but if everybody is happy, healthy, wealthy, having fun, I mean, what more could you ask for?
That's right. So, anyway, how have you been?
I'm doing good. I got to go through these petitions and put in some final edits.
I want to just stop. I can't hear you. Unfortunately, because of the engine of this truck, I can't make out what you're saying.
I'm just
I'll call you on our next break.
Okay, no worries. Drive safe. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Is it a crime? Do 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 do. Is it a crime? Do do do. That's me singing Sade. Trying to see if I can finagle my friend to go to Springfield with me. He keeps avoiding every call. Smart man.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 678778668 is not available.
Hi, this is Scott. I can't take your call right now, but if you need...
I don't think she's as Jew-centric. I mean, she seems like rather neutral person. So I think that this...
Is it possible to truly be a Jew-centric person? Hanging out to the center of a Jew or something? Sounds like Pepe to me. Sounds like projection.
No,
Fucking low IQ, psychopathic, wasted time moron, hanging out to the center of Jews.
Yeah.
Fucking incel Jew center hanger. You're like a Jewish coat hanger, Pepe. That's all you ever do is fucking hang a Jewish coat up on yourself. Look at me, I'm a coat hanger.
No, I look at Jews and Muslims as being like a few floors below me. So, you know, I just don't really...
Supremacist, eh?
Yeah, a little bit.
For what for? You're like 5'4". You look like a little boy. You sound like a frog.
Amazing.
Ribbit. I don't know. You called me an F word the other day, so I'm still a little salty. Sorry, little man. Don't mean to Willy Wonka you. Honk honk.
Amazing.
What is the F word? Faggot?
Yeah, he called me an F word the other day.
Is that the F word?
It's the F word.
And why don't you say it?
I don't say F word or N word. Those are the two most toxic words that you can possibly say in the English language.
Really? Faggot?
And N word, yep.
I don't say it either.
That's why if you combine the two...
No, but I don't see the faggot word.
Faggot is a cigarette in the... Okay.
Wait, let me go. Let me take my phone outside, look at a bundle of sticks, and I'll say faggots. Hold on, 1 second.
From the terrace?
Well, when I was getting my petitions notarized, I walked past a tree the other day, and there were a bunch of little sticks all piled up. I said, "Oh my God, there's a bunch of faggots."
I think that the word faggot is really underused. I don't think that the word faggot is that offensive. I don't understand why people would take offense with that.
Well, it was like really taboo to say for a while because, you know, it was seen as like hurtful, but then it's like people started using it.
Who cares if it's hurtful?
I know. Well, to gay people. So it was kind of like seen as not cool thing to say, but then I think like a lot of people just out of protest said it, but it kind of doesn't even mean like, it's not even used as a gay slur really anymore. It's used just to, it's like calling, it can mean a bunch of different things, but it's kind of like you like in Spanish, calling someone like calling somebody a puto is just, you know, it means a bunch of things.
Yeah, but Daniel, do I hurt your feelings if I say the word faggot in front of you?
It upsets me as much as when you are called a cunt. Faggot.
Hey, Gotti.
Hey,
Pepe.
what's going on?
Pepe. Are you Mexican?
No.
But I guess at the end,
myself
it's
nice because everybody on the black side of the app said, "You're not a real white person. You're just a fake white Mexican."
He's a friend. Hold on, Daniel. What? I guess at the end, what?
I think it depends how is it said. Like there's one faggot and there's another faggot. There's like calling one a cunt or calling one a cunt. Like it's not the same, just the word. It really depends on a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Who says
Like
it?
what?
In what context? Like who says it and at what context, for example?
Yeah,
if you go if you see like guys smoking outside a gay bar and then you say, "You disgusting faggots are going to hell," that's like kind of being.
No.
That's way different.
The thing. I cannot see any way.
It would be as offensive if you say it without the word faggot, by the way.
I think that's a very nice word.
I think so too. In fact, whenever there is a new person in my room, I would always ask, "Who is this faggot?" And then
Exactly.
I would they get either if they get offended, it's like, well, they're just faggots.
Yeah, it's okay. Like Merry Christmas, you know.
You know how like Randy.
If they don't get offended and they play along, I'm like, oh, you're kind of cool. And then, well, yeah.
See, Issa, the problem with that is some F word might hear you say that and then clip you and put your legal name on YouTube. I'm not doing that, by the way, but somebody could do that. And that would be a real F word move that could get you, like once it's on YouTube, yeah, you can take it down if it's got your name. But anyways, I'm just saying it's annoying.
So what? Listen,
It's okay.
I don't get it. Is it illegal?
It's not that bad, so
No, it's just for employment reasons, friend reasons. If that's attached to your name on a Google search, it's annoying. That's how annoying life can get if you're an F word.
I think in America, I don't think this is something that.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it is the same in Europe. We're a sensitive country.
Daniel, do you?
Well, let's be clear. The Jews are probably the most sensitive ethnic group. I'm being honest. You guys are the most.
How many Jews do you know?
Based on what?
Several.
No,
Based on what are you saying this?
Offensive in America, it's the Jews' fault, right?
No, I'm talking.
I'm saying like you guys will. If somebody says kike, you'll be like.
Daniel doesn't hear words that John said he doesn't use.
Yeah, you can't use the K word or C word.
You are talking again about American Jews and not about Jews. America. You have a very American point of view.
Well, that's the only Jews I can talk about.
These are the four letters you can't use. FCKN. Fucking. You can't do fucking.
It's funny that you say, when I say to Jews a swear word for Jews, they get offended, but no one else says. That's like a very weird.
No, there's two words. I'm being realistic.
Use the N word, Pepe, and watch how offended people get.
Yes, so if you say nigger or kike, those are two words where you get the backlash. I can joke.
Somebody notify the CEO of Google Sundar Pichai.
Shut up, John. I can call
to Lisa,
a dirty wiener. Well, I can call. I can joke. I can make jokes.
No, not joke. Listen again. No joke.
And I can call them beaners, and I can call them spits, and they generally are not that offensive.
Pepe, because I'm saying it as a joke to my friends. But if you would say it as
joke
offensive,
and say nigger or kike, though. You can't joke with those two words. That's considered off limits.
Notify YouTube community guidelines. Strike alert. This is a recording of Dr. Pepe, a low IQ schmuck in Scottsdale who aggressively says profanity nonstop.
Amazing.
Fuck you, Pepe.
John, shut up.
Anyway, I guess this is the American perspective. So enjoy.
Pepe, what's the last book you read?
Kama Sutra.
Ooh, what did you learn?
How to fuck your mom on a yoga mat.
Ooh, what did my mom say to you as you were fantasizing effing my mother on a yoga mat?
I don't know.
I can text my mom or call her right now if you like. We can see what she says. She'll eat you up in like she'll put you in a peanut where you belong, like a little mouse that you are.
Wow.
Be careful what you wish for, Pepe. You might just get it. So, Pepe, I wanted to ask you a question? Did you watch the Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson interview?
Oh, I want to go watch that. I'm gonna
Watch
go
the
watch
whole
that
thing.
tonight.
What did you what was your
Did you watch
takeaway
it?
analysis?
It was not anything. Wasn't really interesting, to be honest. It was more Tucker Carlson asking about Nick Fuentes' history and getting some of his opinions. Of course, Nick Fuentes is on his best behavior. So I mean, I didn't hear any new perspectives from him or anything I didn't already kind of know about him.
Why do you think he says that his idea of racial supremacy he learned from Mark Levin? Like, what does he mean by that?
Did he say that?
Did you watch the
I
interview?
don't think he said. Yeah, I don't think he said he got racial supremacy. I think he talked. There was a few things he talked about with Mark Levin, and he mentioned something about how he like treats his super chats, the people who will ask him questions. Because Mark Levin was, I guess, back in the day, I never really watched him much, would kind of berate his own audience.
So I guess the other question is, since you spend so much time thinking and talking about Jews and Israel and black people and beaners and all the other stupid things that come out of your low IQ mouth, I'm just wondering, have you ever heard anything intelligent in your entire life?
Yes, I have.
What?
I mean, out of the millions of things I've heard, I don't know what else to. I mean, every day when you're in school as a young one, you learn something.
Every day as a young one and in school, you learn something.
Yes.
When you speak, Pepe, do you think you gasp a lot? You think is that like your filler sound?
Maybe.
To the point of you learn something new every day in school, right? So there was a Nobel Prize winner, Isidore Rabi, who was asked, how did you get to become such a great scientist? And kids' mothers would ask them, what did you learn in school today? My mother would ask, did you ask any good questions today?
Interesting.
Caleb, so what do you think about Netanyahu pounding Hamas really hard and taking out 100 of them in the past 24 hours? What do you think about that, Caleb?
I think if Hamas is going to fuck around, they're going to find out and give us the bodies back and give us your weapons. Let's move on to stage 2. It's a ceasefire. It's a ceasefire. Let's do this already.
Yeah, what was up with that? Digging up, then burying again,
3 times.
Can the Hamas?
Just giving parts of it.
Can't they get their shit together and get organized and wrap this up?
They're deceptive. They don't want to. They need time to regroup.
Oh, what a waste of time. Do you remember when Joe Biden tried to build a pier in Gaza? And then it floated away. Bye-bye.
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember Joe Biden's pier to deliver aid to the Gazans? It floated off.
No, I didn't. Is that right, Daniel?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real.
What? Oh, okay.
Joe Biden building a pier and it just went away.
Yeah, it was like a floating pier.
Just like Joe Biden, he just disappeared. Bye-bye. Now he's getting prostate cancer treatments.
How? Why did it float away?
They couldn't securely. You know how hard it is to actually secure something to the beach?
Yeah, but it's supposedly done by the U.S.
Well, it's not like a normal pier. It's basically they're floating. They're supposed to stay floating on the water. It's not. They're not really anchored to anything. they're going to be attached to something. On
They'd
the
have to
land.
do a huge drilling operation and plant some giant concrete slabs and steel. Like it's just the water just carried it away. Just meaning that it was like all bullshit. It's like a joke. It's like,
I don't Google this. It sounds super funny, actually.
and the fact is, the U.S. probably just didn't want to use it, and the Israelis probably didn't want them using it either, and it just disappeared. Bye bye.
Biden Gaza pier. The U.S. military cost estimate to build a pier and operate it for 90 days was $320 million.
Woohoo! $320 million for the pier to nowhere. Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! $320 million. Oh my god! $1 million a day, at least.
Let's see what went wrong with the U.S. floating pier. Let's see. The pier build, it broke apart early on. Okay, here.
Think of how much you save, how much money you save because it broke down. Every day that it would stay will cost you $1 million.
Yeah. No, this is $230 million. I don't understand what you're saying.
How many days was it active?
Oh, I don't know. So I am starting to read. I didn't even know about this. Oh, this is a transcript of something. Let me get the. Oh my god! It also injured troops.
I'm living in a few foreign accent.
Jesus Christ! It says more than 60 service members were injured as a part of former President Joe Biden's floating aid pier in Gaza. A Pentagon Inspector General report published on Tuesday said a number significantly higher than had previously been disclosed. So not only it cost like $320 million, but he hurt 60 service members.
You get disability. You get disability. You get disability. You get disability. You all get disability.
Was he supposed to? I mean, was it wrong for them to try to build a pier?
I don't know. It was definitely a failure.
Pretty intense operation. I mean, for fuck's sake, you can't just bring food through Egypt, through Saudi Arabia, through air. I mean, like, there's a million ways to get supplies in there. You got to build a fucking pier? What a waste of money and time.
While there were no deaths or known direct attacks on the pier, the Pentagon had said 3 U.S. troops suffered non-combat injuries in support of the pier in May, with one medically evacuated in critical condition.
I just want to know, Pepe, what would it take to make you a Zionist? Like, how could you verbally, mentally, finally just
I am a Zionist, you dumb faggot. Like, what are you talking about?
Zionists don't call other people F words. Zionists are gentlemen. You don't use that type of profanity as a Zionist. Sorry, I'll have to introduce you to some more Zionists so you can learn proper protocol and communication as a Zionist. And welcome. How's things going? How's your new job in mortgages?
Really great. Really great. Thank you.
Great news. So glad to hear it. I can't wait till you get your first check, your first commission. Maybe you can go to Jonathan Bing's room and co-host a room with him for like endless hours talking about mortgages.
You know, he actually did call me.
What did he say?
No, he was doing some mortgage class so people could be like independently work on their own, where they don't have to work for a mortgage company or a real estate company to like do their own business. But the class was like $10,000, and I'm like, I don't. And like, I guess with it you get like leads and everything.
Jesus, what a scam.
And I was like, no, I'm good.
Give us $10,000 and maybe you can make like $200,000 this year, man.
Yeah.
Suck a bone every minute.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Who the patsy? Okie doke.
Oh my god, that sounds like him. So Amir is converting people to Zionism. Is Buttercup too? Or
Yes, both are. I think one poly at a time. I think Phoenix. Yeah.
Listening to Buttercup, Issa, I don't know if, now forgive me if this is like a friendly of your guys', but to me, she gaslights all of the Jews on the app. I feel like she completely gaslights. Whenever I hear her talk, she's always saying things that are like stirring things up. I have a hard time to believe that she's really a Zionist.
What makes you believe that?
Well, we've confirmed that she's a catfish, and generally catfish have no problem getting their blood pressure, popping. So that's what happens.
What makes you believe that, Anne?
By the things that she does on here.
Daniel, what do you think?
Yeah, Daniel, is he gonna like yell at me?
Sorry.
She's manipulative, and yes, she's like very anti-Israel, like only anti-Israel, and that's her only agenda here.
Daniel, if you were...
It would be a bit gaslighting when you kind of talk to her about something and she would be, like her reply would be Netanyahu, the IDF, the government, whatever. It's very disingenuous with her.
Yeah, ask you a question though, Daniel. Like, I'm sure you know who Rabbi Shmuley is.
Yeah.
There was like a, and I have...
Like on Twitter, I know who it is.
Yeah. And I was actually in Twitter space like maybe a year and a half ago, and it was an Orthodox guy. He wasn't part of that, I forget what the name of it is. I think it starts with a K. He's not one of those anti-Zionist ones. But he was talking about like going through the history of Zionism and how they tried to push it. Zionist Jews tried to push it on other Jews in Germany and yada yada. But I would listen to them, and I can't say that like they were... How do I put it? I don't... It seemed like they were making a lot of value judgments that I couldn't really say they were necessarily wrong. They were very critical of Israel, but they didn't come off as hateful. And I like, do you think that there are Jews or Israelis even that kind of are very critical and even skeptical of Zionism?
Yes, I mean, we have, it's not necessarily hate, it promotes it unknowingly, because it usually based on wrong information or like half information. I don't think it's necessarily that they hate or like anti-Zionist. I don't think Buttercup hates. I think she's very much misinformed.
But Bebe, for Israelis who criticize their government, they're doing what you do in democracies. They don't hate their country. They're doing, right? They might not call themselves Zionists, but that's probably because Zionism did what it did. It made the state. Now we have a state. So now let's sustain the state, right? But they're not hateful. They're criticizing their government as one does in a democracy.
Caleb, what do you think is more intelligent, the heart or the brain?
Intelligent? What kind of intelligence?
Meaning that the brain is so stupid it speaks, but the heart can't speak. So it's the superior intelligence. So it's like intuition in a way.
Right, so I'll tell you like this. The brain is a liar because it doesn't care about our emotions are not clear talkers. So you have to pause. The brain is a clear talker. Your heart is not a clear talker. But to get to the truth of the heart, you have to investigate a little bit more. You don't have to do that with the things the brain beams onto your screen, right? So I think you're onto something there a little bit. The heart is closer to essential and the brain is about surface stuff. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, I can see, you know, how people on this app think that they're speaking with their heart, but they're far from it. And I don't know. It's just politic. It's all politic. Pepe does his politic. Buttercup does her politic. Issa does her politic. You do your politic. I do my politic. Everybody's just doing politic, or essentially.
Everything is politics. Everything is politics.
Right. So the expression "you are the sky," everything else is just the weather, is what's really happening. And so this app is just a bunch of words, but no action, no motion. So is it just a milieu of neurotic people?
Well, what you said before about it's no motion, that's compelling, right? Because we've been just rolling on the same turf for years and years, right? We're betraying our own physics. Let's badmouth other people and talk about them. That's more fun.
I like boxing with Pepe, but not being in the ring with him.
Fair enough.
I like recording Pepe, but not listening to him.
Wouldn't it be amazing if you actually got to the people who run the internet and you're like, give me every voice recording you have of me from anywhere. And what did you actually say? Wouldn't that be interesting to know what you actually sound like when you're out there?
Well, I just today I put another 100 videos up on YouTube of me reading Enlightenment quotes, and I mean that's what I sound like. You know, I mean I could play for you the best of Pepe, and if Pepe were to listen to it, he'd be like, you know what, Ribbit, maybe I am wasting my fucking time, Ribbit.
Remember that scene in Wayne's World where Garth is snooping around Benjamin's house and he finds a box of condoms and it says ribbed for her pleasure and he goes, ew. That movie is still very funny. Holds up.
I saw two people dressed up as from Wayne's World. I said, where are you from? Peoria? They said, no, Aurora.
Aurora. Yeah, Aurora. How could you get that wrong?
Is anybody dressing up as anything this Friday, this Thursday, whatever? Saturday?
Nope.
But you're not putting any clothes on, huh?
No clothes. It's a no clothes Halloween for me.
A nudist, eh?
You don't celebrate Halloween? Is it also anti-Jewish to do that?
Wait, it falls on, what do you call it?
It's Friday night. Shabbat this year.
Yeah.
Oh,
My kids go trick-or-treating, but wouldn't say we celebrate anything. We're not... They go and get candy. What's the big deal? It's candy.
yeah, but is it not anti-Jewish, the whole kind of witchy stuff?
Yeah, we're against witches. We don't like those witches.
Yeah, but the whole concept of Halloween is not seen as French and bad by Jews.
Yeah, I mean, mostly we don't think about it, and the families that want to the families that are going to go do it don't care about the we hate witches part. But it's like Christmas, right? Nobody celebrates Halloween as All Hallows Eve and Spirit.
Yeah, no, but my question, I guess it's more so for example, in Christianity, there is some people, I I'm not saying that it is across Christianity, but there is some claims, that say, oh, well, this is like worshiping not worshiping the devil, but like, yeah, this is like the occult, like everybody turning into monsters and witches and all of this stuff. Even if I don't agree with that, I can understand their point. So my question to you is, do you have something similar in Judaism, or this is like not applying to you?
No, there is. There's a commandment in the Torah, like, not to go to like necromancers and diviners to like go tell the future and stuff like that. And what's it related to? It's all related to the idea of idol worship. If you ascribe power to some other entity than God, you're doing idol worship. So if you believe in like spirits and things, other things that do stuff, this is like a big violation.
And like sorcery and stuff, like
sorcery, that's the word.
The priest, my priest always talks about like the monk company. He always brings up Harry Potter, always, and how the kids should refrain from anything in the Harry Potter movies or books.
Really?
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Wow. I don't see Harry Potter as like heretic, Do you guys see Harry Potter as like anti-godly?
Well, it's sorcery.
No, it's fiction. Like, no.
Then what is the reasoning, Anne?
It's just, like idol worship and sorcery.
But like reading a story about a kid isn't idolatry. It's just a story, right? Like story of Alexander the Great. Just because kids grow up hearing legends of Alexander the Great doesn't mean that they're worshiping Alexander the Great.
I guess it's just, that's true. Like, and I can comprehend that as an adult. I guess more so that he's speaking to the children.
But do you do Santa Claus?
No. No.
Really?
See, now that's a real Christian.
I don't know why, but I doubt it.
No, I've always told my daughter what Christmas is about. And my daughter was always like, Mom, she's like, why do parents lie to their children about what Christmas is all about? It's not about Santa Claus. And why do people talk about the Easter Bunny when it's not about the Easter Bunny? She's like, I don't know why parents lie to their children.
Well, because if you think that, I don't know, I think it's going a little bit too far. Like, what movies does your girl watch then? Only biographies and real history shit, or like, because everything, all of that is like fantasy.
Yeah, but it's so crazy because like now when we watch, now I let her watch like the Disney movies and stuff, and she sees like through it all. Like Alice in Wonderland, she thinks that one is like very fascinating.
Yeah, but you see, you have a bunny there that talks.
Right. Like but she's old enough to like and has like that discernment from God that she like sees through everything. So like,
what I don't get is how did we get this like it became heavily commercialized like non-religious view of Christmas where it became about Santa Claus and chimneys and milk and cookies and shit. Like, is that just so far removed? I honestly don't know the history how that became like the mainstream narrative.
Yeah, I don't know. John, do you know?
I don't know who that is. I'm gonna start reading books about how Jesus might not be the Messiah.
Oh my god.
I know. I had a realization yesterday, Ann.
Okay. What's pushing you to do that? Like, what is it?
Oh, we were reading the Bible, and I realized something. And it was very shocking.
Did it involve a catfish?
Yeah, well, the catfishing of Christianity.
I mean, I've wondered that. Like, was Jesus like Tony Robbins of the time? He was just this charismatic, influential person, and he could make a cult. And then you can go further back, and you can talk about, Abraham, all these other people, and like I don't know. Like,
I'm just gonna say something, Ann. Go look for Daniel 9:24 to 27, and then go look in the exact same Daniel 9:24 27 in the Tanakh, which is the real Old Testament. Compare it and look at what they mean, and Christianity changed the whole thing. Well, I don't know. I am suspecting it did, and now I need to go and talk to a priest, and talk to a rabbi, and talk to an Orthodox church, whatever they're called, and I want to figure out what's going on there.
Issa, how do you separate out, Christ's miracle, his life, his sacrifice, his redemption? How do you rationalize that with like ancient Rome and the Council of Nicaea and then 2,000 years of history, using Jesus as the communication, but yet there's no supernatural, powers. It's all just communication. I mean, there's no New World Order. There's no, Jesus Christ, throw a thunderbolt over the, like, there's no, where is Jesus? Where's God the Father? I mean, we're sitting here talking on our cell phones about it. So I'm just asking you, how much credibility can you give Jesus Christ?
I don't know, and I'm trying to figure out. But
I'm not. Wait, hold on. Hold on 1 second.
You are right.
What I'm saying is, how can you give the organizations credibility? But
I'm trying to see. But I guess what I will give you that you're right is that communication is hypnosis and communication is propaganda. Yesterday, somebody brought up this Daniel 9:24 27, and it was supposedly to be a checkmate against Judaism because that's what proves that Jesus is Messiah. Well, it has like more background to it. So I went and I looked in the Bible and I read it, and the Jews were like, that doesn't sound 100% accurate. So I do have a Tanakh, and I went and grabbed my Tanakh and I read it there from the, let's say, original text, and it happened to be slightly different in the original book, and then I realized that it was not only about adding more words to it and changing the sense to it, almost like trying to make sense, of the link between Jesus and the Messiah, but also the use of capital letters. Like the Bible, that they use capital letters when they're referring to God or Jesus or, God.
It's called a proper noun. It shows
exactly.
importance.
It's a proper noun, but
importante.
You say his, when anything related to God, they capitalize it.
Sí, importante. Palabra.
Hold on. Which in the Tanakh, they do as well. But it just so happened that these exact chapter in these verses, the Tanakh had it in how do you say, in small caps, in what do you say?
Like a little Jesus and a grande Jesus.
Lowercase.
Yeah, lowercase. in lowercase, while the Bible was using uppercase, not uppercase, but capitalized words. And so it just means that even when
It's like a higher level of consciousness or something.
even when they're not necessarily telling you, we want you to believe this is God, this is the way that they have to, like very subtly make you think that they're talking about God. So yeah, communication is hypnosis and everything is propaganda.
See.
Yes, everything, all education, all information is propaganda.
This is why I don't like listening to Pepe, because if I listen to Pepe every single night of the week, that means that I am being hypnotized with Pepe. And I do not want to be hypnotized by Pepe because it is such low IQ information that I don't want to be hypnotized by little Pepe.
I don't think that I think that if you have enough information, if you have enough details about things, then it's harder to be hypnotized when you know enough things.
Well, regardless, it's still hypnosis because it's still suggestion. And if you spend 7 nights a week listening to Pepe, get his account deleted and screaming about how his account is getting deleted, it's enough to drive you crazy.
Yeah.
Pepe's little roast rooms.
The more people that have enough information, the better the world is.
That's true freedom. That's true freedom. But the problem is, if you're so smart, then there's nothing else to say. There's no more debate, really. Then you just have to admit it's for entertainment.
A lot of things are for entertainment.
This is a content. But the problem is this content here doesn't breed, or it's not the source of contentment, like David Bobadilla, with all due respect.
Why are you making this about David Bobadilla?
Well, with all due respect.
I don't know who David Bobadilla is.
Bobadilla?
He's the guy who throws strip club parties with cocaine. They fuck clubhouse girls in the buttholes. He doesn't do cocaine. Stop snorts blow out of buttholes from clubhouse. That's the kind of guy David is. No. That's what Abby says. That's what Queen Abby says.
Are you gonna trust what Abby says?
Coupon Fatty Abby. Never seen a picture. Wonder why.
Abby.
Never seen a photo.
Never ever.
She hasn't hit the gym in 20 years. I'm not
now you're gonna believe what now you're gonna believe what she says.
The question is the jump hit her.
Well, she's not here. It's rude to talk about somebody who's not here. I'm just saying that, Abby's a waste of time. Everybody's a waste of time, and that's just the facts.
Anyway, I think I'm gonna take a break.
Take a break from what? Wasting time? Doing something productive that you're not doing?
Because I have been in Clubhouse for like 2 weeks nonstop.
It's a waste of time. I did so many things while you guys are sitting here talking about nothing.
Good evening.
Welcome to Issa's Friends, of people who are neurotic and talk about anything all day long, about anything.
It was like 3 years ago.
I was going to ask you if you were from times because I
yes, and it was very popular. I remember in Europe, we all just called with each other and talked about anything and everything. And I downloaded it just to see what's happening, and I don't know. It just drifted away. Yeah, it's so weird. I was literally so bored. I was scrolling through the list of rooms, trying to find something interesting, but unsuccessfully. So I think I'm gonna delete this.
It has definitely died. I mean, John and Pepe. Well, Pepe, I don't know, but and I know Shy because I have met him. I didn't meet him until like a year ago, but I was here like 5 years ago, and I haven't even really gone away, fully. So, yeah, I have been around, and it has declined a lot. Like on the early months.
When did you join?
February 2021.
Yeah, same for me. I think it was like the beginning of 2041.
Yeah, invite only and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, everyone felt so special when you could join this platform. It was a good strategy for the clubhouse too.
Yeah. And now at the beginning, we used to have we were doing like COVID rooms and stuff, and we used to have like probably 1,500 people in a room, and that was like big.
Yeah.
And like Eric Weinstein and all of these guys coming in, and it was interesting.
It was huge. Yeah.
Now, I mean, like the let's say the most relevant rooms, like I hang out with the Bitcoiners, they're still around. And probably, I mean, like there's like 150 people or something like that in those rooms. They're fun rooms to be. And then, I don't know, like we've been making rooms smaller, probably at most like 40, 50 people. But I don't know, it's just because our friends, come in, not because other people want to listen to what we gotta say, but it's just like friendly conversation. And they're like about Israel and Palestine, or sometimes like philosophy fights, we have like about God and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has died.
I mean, it died. I was trying to find something in German because I'm from Germany, so.
Oh, nice.
But I wasn't able to speak to anyone.
There are a few guys that have got German rooms.
I don't know. I wasn't able to find any.
They talk politics sometimes. I go in there and listen to them sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. Where are you guys from? I assume America and.
I am in Switzerland. I'm from Guatemala, but I live in Switzerland.
Okay, nice. And Annie is probably American.
American, Pepe, American, John, American, Shai, Israel, and Aya, France.
France. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Nice. Well, and where did you hang out when you were around?
I don't. You mean here on?
Yeah. Yeah, and what type of politics or what kind of politics?
It was. I don't know. It was pretty much every topic, because everyone was on this platform, and the people who weren't on this platform were trying to get on this platform. So it was very special. I remember that a lot of people, even that I knew personally, they were spending so much time on this platform. It was incredible. And I think the timing was also perfect because we all had to stay at home because of COVID. So we were just, like talking to each other. It was a good time because I got to meet a lot of people that I speak to daily to this day. So
yeah, I have made good friends here as well.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, you should. I mean, like, you should try to come every once in a while. Sometimes we have really good discussions going on.
Okay.
We don't have good discussions. You just think we're having good discussions. It's not true, Tim. Run for the fucking hills. Delete the app and run. Don't let this catfish fool you and put you in her web of despair. Run for your life, Tim.
Nice. Yeah.
Well, right now, for example, are you into like the Palestine-Israel topic?
I don't really like to, speak my opinion on it, because every time I did, I either lost friends or I made friends, and vice versa. So It's just my personal perspective that I don't like to discuss politics. The only reason why I stayed here because I heard fucking English. Thank you. Because everyone is speaking some, I don't even know. So, I came in and I heard Annie speak, so I was like, okay, thank God.
Do you know her from before?
Where did you learn to speak English so well?
I don't know, video games. I studied in London for 3 years.
You have it's really weird because you have an American accent.
Because I also used to work in the U.S. with my cousin for like 6 months. I used to have like British accent, but I completely dropped it when I worked in the U.S. because it was just so much easier to speak this way. And we all kind of got angry at the UK when they left the EU because I don't know. It was at the same time. It was at the same time I left London when they actually left the EU. So I never looked back.
Well, there are still some originals in this app, but they don't necessarily hang out in the normal rooms. Like they've changed their names. You know, people that had a huge following back in the day, like 15,000, 20,000 people.
Listen, even the people that might have like a huge following, I don't remember anyone because it's been 4 years.
Yeah.
4.5 years.
Some of them are still around, but they renewed their accounts. So right now their following is like 50 or 10 or 100 or something like that.
Okay.
And they're only hanging out in sort of like quote unquote secret rooms where no one comes in and they just kind of have like a good discussion. So there are like a few of those rooms, and so you can still get to interact with some of the people that were like, I don't know, like actually opening rooms and being political and all of that back in the day. But you don't get to see them in like the normal rooms, or maybe if they're in like in the audience, not really participating.
Yeah.
Hey, Alex. Yeah, but at this point, it's like the people remaining in Clubhouse. We almost all of us know each other. You know, like even if you're not friends with them, you know of them. And it has become like a small world. And so everybody knows everyone. Everybody knows everyone's shtick. You know what they like to talk about.
And I'm the outsider right now because I came out of nowhere.
You would get up to speed very, very quickly. And it's like, yeah, well, these corners of Clubhouse, and so this is that group, that type of group, that is that type of group. These are the trolls. These are the conservatives. Those are the Jews. Those are the Palis. Those are so. It's like there are clusters.
Yeah. How would you describe yourself? Because I see that Annie has a Trump hat. Or is it a Trump hat? Yes. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know, like I hang out with everyone really on Clubhouse. But you find me like in the Bitcoin rooms, you find me in the religious rooms, you find me in the Palestine Israel rooms. You find me in the conservative rooms sometimes. You find me in the retarded rooms with the trolls, just like being
I thought
stupid.
you said we're saying that because Simon's in here.
What?
I thought you said that because Simon just came in here.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Wow,
who's
it's not a
Simon?
coincidence.
Who is Simon?
Simon is like my retarded child.
So he's one of the trolls?
No, he's one of the retards.
Oh. Simon, everybody loves you in this group, I guess.
I was trying to give him away today for free, but nobody would come in the room. Oh, he left.
He said that, but you know he doesn't believe in like you can't give away if it's not your property. You have to own him first, and then you can give him away.
Yeah, I own him. He is my retarded child, and after our 3-hour conversation about objectivism and
talking about the epistemology of how we arrived to the question of God, I don't know, like I couldn't stand the sweat anymore in my face and I had to leave it and I was giving him away and nobody, the room was empty. Nobody wanted to claim him. And that was the title of the room, like, I'm giving Simon away for free. Who wants it?
I think he just got sad and left.
Nah. He's the most
You're foisting Simon.
unemotional person you will ever.
You're foisting Simon on other people. You're a foister.
What?
I said you're foisting Simon on other people. I mean, like, talking to Simon is like listening to goo from, the excrements of a snail crawling across the floor. I mean, there's nothing there. There's nothing there that's very intelligent. Let's talk about the economic situation of land ownership and when the government appropriates land and takes the housing and homeowner property rights and what is capitalism and Austrian economics and blah 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 blah.
No, he never talks about Austrian economics. I wish that he would speak about Austrian economics. All he knows is Ayn Rand and objectivism. That's his whole shtick.
Anyways, I can't talk loud because my girlfriend is sleeping in the other room.
Well, not agree, because I know everything about philosophy, and I sound like a fucking retard when I want to make a point about someone that I don't really care about. That's what you sound like, bro. Shut your fucking mouth.
Listen, Simon, when I heard that you were Canadian the other day, everything made sense to me. And the truest saying is, if you understand all, you can forgive all. So I forgive you, Simon.
So, and Tim, you have here John Kitover. He owns about 30 phones, with 30 different accounts on Clubhouse. And he goes to every room and he streams the room on Instagram, on YouTube, and on other rooms. And that is what he does. That's how he has spent his whole time here on Clubhouse for 5 years.
Nice.
He has got the biggest library of recordings. Everybody hates him. Everybody blocks him. Everybody kicks him out of rooms. But he's still here.
Yeah.
You have to admire the dedication. That's pretty. Like, at least we can respect that.
Well, I'm not gonna.
Congress.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it my life's mission, but there's no downside to doing this right now. I mean, professionally, I think an employer would be a little annoyed if they realized how much time I've spent doing this. But what blows my mind is people who do have jobs, who work for major corporations, are here 50 hours a week talking, and I'm recording them. And running for Congress has been amazing because I have been attacked by people on this app, professionally, but it's just all so stupid. Once you learn philosophy, you realize that saying that how did that fish get on that wall there? It opened its mouth. People here are doing the exact opposite of what they should be doing. I think that's the truth.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's fair.
What do you do, Tim?
What do I do? I...
Don't be too explicit because people will use it against you. Just let us know, like, an idea of what you do.
For a living?
Yeah.
So basically I import tires from China to Europe.
Oh, that's nice.
But that has changed recently because European Union has applied tariffs on China, specifically on tires. So everybody is moving the production facilities outside of China. In our case, it's Cambodia. So right now it's pretty chaotic time for the market, but in 6 months' time, I think it will be more stable. So yeah, but it's a chill job. I work from home. I love it, and I also play instruments as a hobby.
Which ones? Alan, that just came on. He is a pianist.
Yes, I play piano the most, but I can play drums as well. Yeah.
What do you call a drummer without a girlfriend?
I have no idea.
Homeless.
That's a super bad joke, Alan.
Well.
Sorry, nothing against you, Tim. I just heard the word drummer and couldn't resist. That's all.
It's okay. It's okay.
Alan is a little. Are you a boomer, Alan?
I never thought of myself as one, but technically, yes, I am.
Where are you from, Alan?
I currently reside in Massachusetts. Excuse me, from California, but from Massachusetts.
But weren't you born in
No, I'm born in the United States.
Oh, but you are. What's the name? Armenian, yeah.
Third generation. My grandparents were immigrants.
I have a very good Armenian friend. He gave me a bottle of like nice cognac. Can it be?
Cognac? Yeah.
Alan, how would you?
Alan, why does everyone think you're a boomer?
Alan, how would you rate your time? How would you rate your time on this app, Alan? Has this app helped you, Alan? Have you wasted your time? Have you learned anything? Because I don't think you've learned anything from this app, have you, Alan?
Well, that's a very good question, John. There have been, overall, I would say it's negative. I actually, no, and I don't. And when I left the app, it was because I was not setting a good example for my family at the time. And I felt that I can't be telling them to get off of social media when I'm sitting here yelling at people, yelling at my phone. So therefore, I got off the app. That is less of a consideration.
And why did you come back then?
Because every time I try to get out, they pull me back in. Some of you will know that reference.
Yeah, I know.
Alan, how much more racist did you become after being on this app?
Well, I did not become more racist. What I became was disappointed, number one. Number two, if by racist you mean calling out facts, then yeah, one would say I'm racist. But my whole approach is, you cannot solve a problem if you can't even dispassionately discuss that the problem exists and what the parameters of a problem are. So that is my approach. My other approach is, when it comes to a specific minority group that has been traditionally marginalized in the United States through systematic laws and social policies that have oppressed them in ways that we should all be ashamed of, close quote, is the guiding values of Malcolm X, who said the only way you're going to solve the race problem is if the so-called, well, I won't use his words since they're now considered racist, but if the black man and the white man can sit down and speak openly without fear of offending anyone. So my attitude is any shade that I get, that people throw at me, I understand, because I'm throwing shade at them, and I don't get offended by it. Because Malcolm X says we should not get offended if we're talking to each other. I'll land there. Thank you. But to answer your question, John, yeah, it's been largely negative, but I have learned how to research and look at political things in a different way that I didn't know before I joined Clubhouse.
All right. So.
Well. Alan. Alan, do you think this would qualify as learning something? That when you have all these conversations with so many different people across so many different spectrums, um, it's ludicrous to road rage or get angry with somebody you're talking to, especially if they censor you or they interrupt you.
No, I think road raging is an appropriate response, and I think we should all learn.
But you do it all the time, Alan. You get upset very frequently, and you start yelling like crazy.
And you know, that is true because it is not in my nature. But you do know that in contentious rooms, people, not me, I've never done it, interrupt and overspeak. And sometimes you have to fight just to be heard. And that once you get into this cycle of nobody's listening, I can't get a word in, they keep interrupting me, oh my God, when am I going to get us to speak? I've been here 30 minutes, and then you get into that loop. But yes, having made that excuse, John, you are correct. Displaying emotion at people who are convinced of their own perspective is pointless. And that is a wise thing
But
to
that's
remember.
the thing. I mean, like, you guys come into conversations trying to convince the other person to think like you, and sometimes you don't need. I mean, you know that it's mostly true that here on Clubhouse you're never going to convince someone of the opposite that they think. But we'll gather here because we all try to kind of like understand. Oh well, at least that's kind of like what I think. I'm trying to understand where people are coming from. I know that I'm not gonna change their thinking. I'm trying to either, I don't know, stimulate my thinking or confirm my thinking or change my thinking, but I don't try to change other person's thinking.
Well, see, the difference is that in my mind, I've convinced everyone of the way I think is correct. So I'm always successful. That's the beauty of delusion.
You're never successful.
Well, I think when we look back at the history of Clubhouse, it became big during the pandemic, and we were all stuck at home, or at least most of us were, and we were all first of all, whether we want to admit it or not, we were all scared because whether you believed it or not, there was still a part of all of us that understood that, yeah, people were dying and there was this thing out there and there was no cure, et cetera, et cetera. This is not an opening to a discussion of COVID.
Alan, how could people feel that way, though, when they saw the illegal alien invaders pouring over by the hundreds of thousands and the BLM riots by the hundreds of thousands? Everybody knew COVID-19 was a joke.
Well,
not everybody.
Yeah, but
everybody was on the same train. And there were two factions: people that really were scared about the virus, and people that would think it was a hoax.
Yeah, but I tried to address that when I said that, or let me put it this way: whether or not you believed it, there was this thing in the ether that was making everybody scared. Compound that with the fact that we're all stuck at home and feel like we've been neutered from doing even the basic human contact, and now there's this app where we can talk to each other, and it went from, let's talk about NFTs and Bitcoin. Suddenly people started saying, hey, we can also talk, when they changed the rules, because the rules were much more harsh in the beginning.
Land your plane.
Thank you. It became this thing where, oh my God, all of this stuff is happening and it will affect who gets elected. And we had this false belief that we could actually change people's minds.
Hey, Daniel, I want to introduce you. We have a new friend. His name is Tim. He seems cool. He is in Germany.
Hello, Tim from Germany.
Hello. Hi.
Willkommen.
Hey. So guys, you all know each other?
Yes, that's what I was explaining to him. Like, even if we don't, because all of us
I
are
don't know
from
who she
different.
is. Yeah, what are you talking
All
about?
of us are from different parts of Clubhouse. So
We have all spent many days together, cumulatively.
we all hang out in different parts of Clubhouse, but sometimes we come together in certain rooms. And a lot of those times, it's like the rooms that I open.
Yeah, Issa is the chief organizer.
Sometimes we make fun of Simon too.
I'm the sheep organizer, as he says.
Wait,
And so sometimes in my rooms, because you see, one corner is Bitcoin Clubhouse, another corner is Israel Palestine, another corner is just conservative and politics Clubhouse, another corner is social, another corner is like troll and retard Clubhouse, and so I kind of like have been in all of this, and sometimes
She's a Jewish communication organizer, Shiksa.
Exactly. I am the shit stirring communication organizer. So when I open a room, a lot of people that I have hung out with in other parts of Clubhouse converge here. And so people come together and we just talk about like anything.
Isa, the K in that word is very important. Yes, it sounded like you said shitster. And
oh, no, I said shist. I said shitster. Shitster Shiksa, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you meant the K in her name. I thought you meant the K in her name.
Is the Simon that I see here the same Simon?
Yeah, because it's got like 4 accounts, yeah.
Oh, why? Simon, just say something, please.
No.
I have to talk very gently. My girlfriend is sleeping in the other room, and if you want to improve the economy...
Simon! Are you there? Seaman!
Seaman?
Yeah, Seaman, are you there?
I don't know that Simon's ever won a debate on Clubhouse ever.
I don't think he has ever won a debate. Yeah.
No, I'm saying that only to try and induce him to come off mic.
Oh, and there's Jeff. Jeff is from Jewish Clubhouse as well. Jeff and Yaakov and Daniel are from Jewish Clubhouse. Alex and Alan are from anti-Jewish Clubhouse.
What?
Illumi is Jewish Clubhouse
Is this the Hebrew clan rally?
Then Pepe is from racist / anti-Semitic Clubhouse. Then Anne is from conservative Clubhouse. Alan, I don't know. Alan is from like just political Clubhouse, like conservative.
Do we say shalom first in this room or white power? Which one do we say first?
What? You sound
white shalom.
How about that? You sound from Black Clubhouse.
Yeah, shout out to Black Clubhouse. But I just wanted to greet the room properly. What about Canada? Is it shalom or black power?
Yeah, I never visit the black rooms. They're too messy.
Yeah, not as messy as Israel.
Well, yeah, our Israeli rooms are also very messy sometimes, but less than the Black Clubhouse.
But I love latkes though, man. I really did love latkes growing up, man.
You what?
Mike's what? No, oh my God. Ew, no.
I got kicked. I got kicked from a room full of clowns.
Well, man,
I got
I'm start
kicked.
respecting.
Did I say I don't respect?
Like a stupid bitch. Okay, do you get acknowledgement from the Zionists? Do you get acknowledgement from the Zionists?
Yes.
Yes. You said this earlier.
Yeah, but like I asked you to point out something that I said so far today that was wrong, and you can't do it. You personally.
Okay. I asked you.
I got kicked from a room full of clowns. I got kicked from a room full of clowns. I got kicked from a room full of clowns. I got kicked from a room full of clowns. I got kicked from a room full of clowns. It's a clown town. I got kicked from a room full of clowns, full of clowns. I got kicked from a room full of clowns, full of clowns. I got kicked from a room full of clowns. Okay, this is I got kicked from a room full of clowns. This is John. It's my best song I've ever created. I think I know who's going to show up to this room. I'm going to use my telepathic powers here to predict, too. I'm going to put it on another phone, and we will see if it manifests. Let's see here. Okay, we just texted Abby. Let's see if Abby shows up. I got kicked from a room full of clowns, full of clowns. I got kicked from a room full of clowns, full of clowns. Full of clowns. Oh, hi, China. I just got kicked from a room full of clowns. Have you ever been kicked from a room full of clowns, China?
Okay, so I just want people to know in the room, like I asked them to point out something.
I got kicked from a room full of clowns.
See, you almost say, but you ain't gonna get another check, cause you're
Full of clowns. The I does not at all exist, is its own reality. We live in illusion and the appearance of things. There is a reality. We are that reality. When you understand this, you see that you are nothing, and being nothing, you are everything. That is all. Happiness is our natural state. Happiness is the natural state of little children, to whom the kingdom belongs until they have been polluted and contaminated by the stupidity of society and culture. Most of us assume it's a matter of common sense. It's real. Then real. I got kicked from a room full of clowns, full of clowns. I got kicked from a room full of clowns, full of clowns. I got kicked from a room full of clowns, full of clowns.
Not that I know. Who knows? I think we have anyway. Should get at least also.
Asleep looking for oneness. When awakening happens, is only the dropping away, taking two-ness seriously. It's all we're talking about here. This whole thing is as simple as this. All that's in the way of awakening is a false idea. It really is. It's a pretense which you've been conditioned to believe. And when the idea that you are 2 drops away, there is the idea that you are 2 drops away. Mind and body. You asleep. Nothing else. When the ego is dead, but the moment you sit, like separate from anything, self, you are at this place. That freedom, there is not and woman is the
even on an antidepressant, there are days.
Basic wealth. They are like clouds that temporarily block the sun. But all the time my warmth and brilliance are right here. The sun. But all the...
భారతదేశానికి డబ్బును పంపండి మీ ప్రియమైన వారు ఇష్టపడే విధంగా రెమిట్లీతో.
What the fuck?
Aren't you from South Africa?
Asleep.
Look at the zone.
You just said that you don't know what is more when you know what it's not. Yes.
Did you know with Capital One, you can see if you're pre-approved for card offers with no impact to your credit score? Don't believe
Something like that in a university, showing how some
They have different. No, forget about Judy. Forget about.
Jimmy, eh?